The sun was setting over Jalore, a small village surrounded by dense forests and singing rivers. The red earth huts stood close together, protected by towering baobabs. It was a peaceful place where elders told legends of the past by the firelight. Malik, a curious and ambitious young man, lived there. Unlike other youths who dreamed of hunting or glory, Malik craved only one thing: knowledge. He spent his days listening to the elders' tales and searching for forgotten writings. One evening, while visiting his friend Omar, the village sage's son, he stumbled upon a library filled with dusty books. Among them, one volume caught his attention: a blackened leather cover, yellowed pages, and embossed symbols. His instincts told him not to touch it, but curiosity won over. He glanced at Omar, who was busy speaking with a visitor. Taking advantage of his friend's distraction, he discreetly slipped the book under his cloak and went home, unaware that this simple act would seal his fate. The night was deep when Malik opened the book. Inside, the words seemed to dance under the flickering oil lamp. He read a few pages, intrigued by accounts of ancient sorcerers and forbidden pacts. 2 hours later, a scream echoed through the village. Malik jumped and ran outside. A group of villagers had gathered near the fields. The crops, which had been thriving just hours earlier, were now wilted, as if an invisible hand had drained them in an instant. The elders murmured among themselves, "A bad omen. A dark force is at work." A shiver ran down Malik's spine, but he reassured himself. It was just a coincidence. The next day, he dove back into the book. Once again, 2 hours later, something strange happened. Shadows slithered between the trees, their indistinct figures radiating a chilling aura. Some villagers claimed to hear whispers at the forest's edge. Malik was beginning to realize that this book was far from ordinary. On the third day, after another reading, things worsened. Children fell ill for no reason, animals fled the village, and the moon seemed darker than usual. Panicked, Malik went to see Nia, a healer known for her wisdom and deep connection with the village spirits. When he told her about the book, she turned pale. "Where did you find it?" she asked gravely. "In Omar's library. I didn't know." She stared at him, then sighed. "This book is a pact. Each reading feeds an ancient force that demands a tribute. If you continue, it will take more than just a field or a night's rest. It will take your soul." Fear crept into Malik's heart. How can I get rid of it? There is only one way: find the original owner and break the pact before it is complete. But there was a problem. The book no longer wanted to leave him. Despite his terror, Malik tried to dispose of the book. He threw it into the river. It reappeared at his home. He burned it, but the ashes reformed into intact pages. Each night, the disturbances grew more violent. Howling winds lashed the village, shadows clawed at his hut's walls, and voices whispered in his ear, "Keep reading." Nia decided to intervene. "We must return to where this book was written." She and Malik traveled to the sacred mountain, where, according to legend, an ancient sage had once trapped an entity within the words of a book. Before an altar of stone, Nia began a ritual, chanting in a forgotten language. The book trembled, its pages turning at a frantic speed as if an invisible force was trying to escape. Then a dark figure emerged, a faceless silhouette made of smoke and shadows. "You belong to me now, Malik." The creature lunged at him, but Nia threw a red powder onto the book, uttering ancient words. A piercing scream filled the air. The book crumbled into ashes, and with it, the curse vanished. The village finally found peace. Marked by this ordeal, Malik learned that some knowledge is not meant to be acquired at any cost. Curiosity can be a strength, but it can also be a curse if not controlled. He went to Omar and confessed his theft. His friend, instead of condemning him, forgave him. Secrets come at a price, Malik. Now, you know. From that day on, Malik never touched a book without knowing its origin. Like and subscribe. Keep in touch.